oh, you don't need to create any content, you don't need anything. You can make $1 gazillion from home doing nothing. Hopefully, if you watch my channel by now, then you understand that there are things that you need to do and there is some work that you have to put into it. You can't forget that when people are considering group coaching programs, they're thinking, but is this really gonna work? How do I know that this is the real deal? And part of how they judge if this is the real deal is because they want to see, has it worked for you? Hey, CourtneyLSanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time life and business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things, and I'm super passionate about helping you turn your success story into a 6 or 7-figure personal brand. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about how to create a group coaching program and fill it every single month. And I got inspired to do this because I recently attended a retreat with a lot of aspiring and even somewhat established coaches, and this was the #1 question that they had and the #1 thing that they struggled with. So they, were working on their coaching programs and they were really excited to create them. But the question was, okay, how do I fill it? How do I get more clients to come into this program? And how do I do this on a consistent basis? Because I need to be making money every single month in order to pay my bills and continue to grow my business. And so I remember being in that place. And recently I also just launched my own group coaching program. It's called the Next Big Name Bootcamp. And this is something that we have been filling every single month. In fact, our first month when we launched it, we generated over $500,000, which is just insane, the amount of people that joined, but it's been a really great success. And so I figured, I got a tip or two that I'm able to share for those of you who have got your group coaching program together, but you're like, something's missing, something's not connecting. What do I need to do in order to fill it every month? You're about to find out right now. All right, the first thing you want to do if you want to fill your group coaching program every single month is you need to show your successes. Why don't we do this? I think we get so focused on ultimately where we want to be that we discount where we are, not realizing that where we are is where our clients ultimately want to be. So you want to get into a practice of, one, just being really grateful for your life and the things that you are achieving. And you want to make sure that you are documenting your journey and sharing those successes with your community, because you would be surprised when people are silently watching you. They might watch you for a few months or a few weeks, but over time, as they see you continuing to achieve the things that you set out to achieve, and they see those successes, even if those successes aren't directly related to your business, it inspires them to want to work with you because they're like, wow, this is a person that can really make things happen. And especially when you are sharing successes that are related to what you sell in your group coaching program, your successes almost become an advertisement for the value of your group coaching program. You can't forget that when people are considering group coaching programs, they're thinking, but is this really gonna work? How do I know that this is the real deal? And part of how they judge if this is the real deal is because they want to see, has it worked for you? So if it has worked for you and it is working for you, make sure that you are showing your successes on a consistent basis. All right, the second thing you want to do going alongside with that, and I haven't really shared this online and I don't see a lot of other people talking about it, but you want to make sure that you are monetizing your milestones. So oftentimes I find that people create group coaching programs almost just kind of like out of thin air. They're like, what do I think someone is going to buy? What do I think is going to make money? And then they package it and then they try to sell it and then wonder why they're struggling. I find that one of the best ways to come up with group coaching programs that are actually going to sell is not just to consider what people want, what's popular, etc., but to ask yourself, where are you in your own journey? What milestones have you recently achieved? And how can you create a coaching program around that? Again, you want to do this because there's that built-in advertising factor. If you are in a consistent process of documenting your journey and sharing those successes and sharing your results, as we talked about in the previous point, then it's going to be a no-brainer for people to want to join your coaching program because they would have just watched you achieve whatever milestone that your coaching program is based on. So I call this monetizing the milestones. You want to make sure, again, that you are in a process of achieving things for yourself and that you are creating coaching programs that are related to the milestones that you are hitting in your own business and personal life. All right, the third thing you need to do if you want to fill your group coaching program every single month is you need to be practicing your ABCs. That is, always be creating content, right? Always be creating, but definitely always be creating content. I am not one of these people who is out here saying, oh, you don't need to create any content, you don't need anything. You can make $1 gazillion from home doing nothing. hopefully if you watch my channel by now, then you understand that there are things that you need to do and there is some work that you have to put into it. That said, creating content doesn't have to be as difficult as you think it is. People ask me all the time, how are you everywhere and you're on all these platforms, you create all this content consistently? I have some secrets. In fact, I share those secrets in this video here, where I talk all about how I create content consistently on social media without burning myself out. So you want to check this video out after this one, but make sure that you follow those strategies, because whatever you do, you need to be creating content consistently if you want to be selling people into your group coaching program consistently. All right, I have more where that came from, but first I want to hear from you. What is your group coaching program about? Share in the comments below. All right, the fourth thing that you'll need to do if you want to not only create a group coaching program, but fill it every single month. And this is related to the last point. Okay, you're ABCing, right? You're always creating content. Well, you don't just want to create any content, you want to create strategic content, and specifically, you want to create content for leaders and not needers. Ooh, yes. So I've talked about this in previous videos, specifically around how to create high-ticket coaching programs and how to price those high-ticket coaching programs. In fact, I even have one video about how you can sell high-ticket coaching programs without a sales call or crazy sales funnels, which you can check out here. But in that video, I really took some time to make the point that when you are looking to sell people into these group coaching programs, you have to understand the type of client ultimately that you will be attracting. People who are attracted to group coaching programs are people who tend to be leaders in their sphere, right? Even if they're just leaders in their own mindset or they're self-leaders. These are people who have a level of initiative that makes them want to sign up for something like this. And so you have to understand that people who have initiative, people who have big goals, big dreams, people who are driven to seek out coaching and who want to achieve something different than what they have, they speak a different language than what I call needers, meaning people who need the world to like hand everything to them and, you know, are always needing somebody to do something for them because they don't take action and they don't take steps for themselves. And I find that a lot of coaches who are struggling to fill their group coaching programs every single month, part of the reason why they're struggling is because they're inadvertently speaking to needers and not leaders. And so make sure that in your communication and in your marketing, how you talk about your program, but even just how you talk about yourself, how you talk about your coaching, your branding, your captions on Instagram, the topics that you pick on YouTube, make sure that all of your communication is really targeting those leaders. Because like I said, leaders speak a different language than needers. And by definition, if you are looking to fill a group coaching program, it's people who are kind of self-led. They're the ones that are ultimately going to take you up on that. So make sure that you are using language that they would be attracted to in all of your marketing and communication. All right, the fifth thing you need to do is you need to make sure that when you are rolling out your group coaching program, that you are doing a campaign and not a launch. Ooh, I want to talk about this because so many coaches get so frustrated and so dejected because they launched, you know, a group coaching program and nobody bought. I will say, yes, you can have successful launches, and I've had successful launches in the past when, you know, I was focused on that advice of you gotta launch, you gotta launch, you gotta launch, meaning you need to create something and then, you know, immediately sell it and promote it and talk about it and boom, try to get a bunch of people in it right in a short amount of time. While you can be successful with launching, what I found has even more successful is something that I call campaigning. And so I go into campaigning in even more detail in my own group coaching program, which is called The Next Big Name. You can actually check out the video walkthrough that I have where I took an entire hour over a live stream and walked everyone through my brand new program, all the videos that are included in it, etc. You can check out that video here or click the link below if you would like to apply. But I go over this concept in detail of campaigning because it's not only more sustainable for you so that you're not stressed out, it's more enjoyable for your audience, and I find that it really allows you to generate more revenue and consistently drive people into your group coaching program. So I have people joining my programs every single month, even new ones that I come out, people are always going in because I've abandoned this kind of launch mindset and I really focus on campaigning instead. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this video and that it's opened your eyes to a lot of the mistakes that you might be making in your coaching business that's actually keeping you from attracting the clients that you want. And so if you want to learn even more mistakes that you might be making and how to avoid them, I invite you to join me on my brand new Unblock Your Brand Masterclass. This is a free masterclass, but it's free for a limited time because I share some really good info in there that I typically don't share with anyone except my paying clients. And I really kind of reveal what goes on behind the scenes. I peel back the curtain and I show you really the business model that you need to have, the mindset, the systems, everything that needs to be set up in order to have not just a 6, but even a 7-figure coaching brand. I really share my business model and what has been working for me. And I really just, again, reveal all of those mistakes that you might be making so you can clean that up and start achieving the type of success that you want to achieve in your business. And so if that sounds interesting to you and you want to get it while it's still free, I can't even guarantee by the time you're watching this video that it is, but you can check the link below to subscribe to it if it is. So go ahead and click the link below in order to access that Unblock Your Brand Masterclass. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want even more where this came from, why don't you subscribe to my podcast? Yes, I have a podcast. It's called The Courtney Sanders Show on both iTunes and Spotify. You can subscribe there. And if you can't wait till my next podcast episode or my next video, come on over to Instagram. Yes, I post on Instagram nearly daily, especially on my stories, where you can check out the behind the scenes of my life as well as great tips like this. And so with that, don't forget to leave me a comment. If you do, follow me on Instagram or send me a DM and leave a comment here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.